Hey guys, welcome back. I know we didn't have class last Friday, and I'm obviously not there today because I'm recuperating from surgery. In case you're wondering, surgery was pretty good. Went well. I'm in a sling still, and so I can't drive or anything. But maybe I can be there next week. But probably will be more like 2 weeks from now. So we're gonna do a quick review because it's been 2 weeks, and I know most of you guys have been in this class before already, but this is just so we're all on the same page. It's good to remind you guys too about a few things, and so we can just know, you know, which items are which when I refer to them using a certain term. So, real quick, let's review some major phrases. So, beat. Beat is the base that of the music, right? It has a steady beat, and it's the main pulse, right? So in this example I made for us, I'm just gonna solo. So if you hit solo, solo means that it will select just this track and then only play that. It'll be useful when you're just trying to like isolate something. So here's a beat as an example. So we got drums, right? We have that's one of the examples of what could be used as a beat. There are other instruments that could be used as a beat, but most of the time it's drums. It's a good indicator for something. And then the next thing is melody. So melody is the main part of the song, usually the vocal song line that you know, if you listen to a song on the radio, whoever's singing it, that line that they're singing is generally speaking the melody. So here's in this piece, this is the melody. So you hear it's ba 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 ba. Right, so that's the melody, and then harmony is something that works with the melody, and it adds to it. So here's just my harmony by itself, and then we're gonna also listen to it with the melody to see how it works together. So your harmony needs to add to your melody and not clash with it. It should sound well, you know, together. So you guys hear how that sounds good together? That's what you're going for when you hit a harmony. And now really quick, we're going to review some of these items down here of just each location. I gave you guys, or I gave the our substitute teacher hopefully a copy of the reference sheet that I created so that you guys can see what each item is. Just as an example, let me pull it up so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I created this cheat sheet here so that you guys can kind of see what each item is. It's a PowerPoint file, so it should be able to be opened up, and you guys can print it out and keep it forever. So real quick, we're just gonna review them. These are the tracks here on the left, the ones that I'm clicking here. This is track 1, track 2, track 3. This is the meter setting up here. It can either be time or beats. So like I said in the first day of class, we always do this in beats. And then this incidentally is in 4/4 time. What that means is there are 4 beats to each line. So I can show you that by using the metronome. And listen closely. Bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear there's four beats there in each line, and that's why it's 4/4. That's a little bit advanced. We'll cover that some other day, but just for your knowledge. These are the measure numbers. So this is the first measure. Remember, the first measure goes from 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, 4 to 5. So if I say, give me 4 measures, I'm really talking about that's 4 measures, right? And notice that 4 measures ends on a number 5. It doesn't end right here, because that would be 3 measures, right? See, 1, 2, 3, even though the number is 4, okay? Also, these are the loops. These actual green sections are the loops. So you can have infinite numbers of loops in one track. So when I say I want 4 tracks, that doesn't mean I want 4 loops necessarily, although you'll need at least minimum 4 loops to make 4 tracks. It means that I want 4 individual tracks on this side, and these are loops, right? Loops are the things that you pull from down here. Each, and then down here is obviously your stop, play, record. Real quick, few shortcuts you can use is spacebar automatically plays and stops. If you get when we deal with recording, if you hit R, it'll record. And also you can mouse over these things to see what the shortcut is, right? See, it says plays, space. This is the overall track volume, right? So if I want the entire track to be a lot softer, I can scoot it over to the left and make it louder, right? Real simple. If I just want one track to be louder, say I really like my beat and I really want it to be really loud, but all my other tracks I want them to be a lot quieter, I can do this. Right? And normally they're just in the steady neutral position. Down here's our library. Just to cover that again, we've got our usually sort by either sound effects or loops, and then you got other kinds of sort by. So tempo, if you remember, tempo is the speed of the piece, right? BPM, does anyone remember what that is? That's beats per minute. So how many beats in a minute, meaning basically the higher the beats per minute. So if this was like 200, this piece would be really fast. So we can test that out here. See what this sounds like. Right? It sounds kind of freaky. Or if we went down to like 60, it'd be really slow. So we'll go back to our original number, 120. So I'll show you the tempo there. And again, if also when you're testing these things, say you like something but you don't want to hear it right now, you can just mute it also. So if I just want to work on the harmony, but I want to keep this track and not delete it, I can just mute that track, okay? All kind of things you can do. Now, today we're going to work on learning about dynamics. So, dynamics is how loud or how soft a piece of music is. 2 terms we're going to use about that are piano. Piano means soft, and if you can guess the language of the term, it's Italian. Also coming from Latin, but yeah, it's Italian. Italians happen to be the language of music. And forte is loud. So remember, piano is soft, forte is loud. So what are we going to do with the dynamics? Well, we can do a lot of things with the dynamics. If we, like I just showed you, if we change just the volume of the entire piece, you make it piano or forte, right? Super soft or super loud. But we can get better with that. We can do super soft on one track or on multiple tracks. Or we can get even more precise about it, and we can change the loop within itself. So what I mean is, you could either do, like I showed you, we can make everything soft, which has a certain effect, right? Let's do it. Or we can make one thing really loud and everything really soft. Or even better, you can mess around with the volume within the track. So like I talked about a little bit last week, you have this middle line here. So when I take my cursor and I get to the middle of my loop, it suddenly turns from being a mouse to being, boom, a cross. That cross, when I click and drag it up and down, changes the volume. So this line is kind of like your volume line or your dynamic line. So here, it being at 0 means that nothing's changed with it. But as it's getting higher and higher and higher, see how that says +6, this is 0? That means it gets louder. And then as it goes down, it's getting softer again. So we're gonna solo this track, and we're gonna see what it does if we do that. So we'll do a going up and then going down. Now that's not the best example, so we're actually gonna do this also with the tracks above it. I'm gonna make it go back to being even again. And we're gonna do it with this one as well. So we're gonna raise it up real big, and then make it really small, and then really big again. See how that works? And then it can get even better if you do the same with all of them at the same time too. Not just randomly, but especially if you stack them and you do the same kind of effect. See how my lines are parallel to each other? They follow the exact same shape. You can get a really neat effect. So let's turn them all on, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Raise that one up, raise it down here, raise it right back up. Let's listen to what it sounds like. Great. So now you guys have learned a little bit more about dynamics and how to change your piece around so that you can add, more creativity to it, a little bit more complexity, so it's not just the same thing all the way through. So anyways, enjoy. I hope that I'll be able to see you guys soon. I miss being in class with you guys. Probably not next week, but maybe in 2 weeks I'm hopeful that I'll be in good enough shape to come back to class. So I hope you guys have a great class and enjoy. The substitute teacher should have the assignment, so they should know what your assignment is. Thank you very much.